Welcome guys to your elite readings with yours truly, Circe. I appreciate you guys being here for another episode, guys. They should be coming out every other Wednesday, so if you guys are here on a Wednesday, then just know that it should be coming out in 2 weeks from today. I just want to thank you so very much for anyone and everyone who has allowed me your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor. Understanding that my readings go in depth. They are not going to be just to skim the surface. They're going to be in depth. Let's see what's going on. Also get you some advice to go out on the way. And with that being said, guys, I'm doing a pick a pile today, and I don't like to curse, but I was guided to do this particular spread. It's called the shit show, so we're going to get in depth on a current situation that may be falling apart in your life right now. What's going on? What can you do, and how can you find ways to overcome that? Okay, so before we get into it, guys, I'm going to show you the stones. So for pile number 1, we do have this raw amethyst, or excuse me, amethyst, raw aquamarine. Got amethyst on the brain, guys. Okay, for pile number 2, we have this raw citrine. Okay. For pile number 1, we have this, it's a peach moonstone. It's a little bit dark, but it is a peach moonstone. Okay. So whatever one you guys feel called to, that should be the pile for you. And always understand that energies are fluid. So if you feel like you resonate with their energy rather than where I'm saying your energy, that is perfectly okay. Take that as it is, and we'll go ahead and get into it. I don't want to take too much longer, but before we get over to the piles, check out the description box down below for the timestamps. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you always know when the next video does come out, as long as you set that notification bell. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 1, and I'll see y'all there. Alright, pile number 1. So I've already got your cards set out, and we'll go into it, but for those of you that chose this raw aquamarine, this is for you. Okay. So let me get the cards out. This isn't going to be a super long reading like my other ones are. Well, I can't say that it won't be as long, but the spread is not as big as normal, right? So interesting. So you guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius in this situation. You could be a Sagittarius. They do want me to remark on that. It doesn't matter if you guys are not, or if you do not. That is okay. That is just a confirmation for some of you guys, okay? So for the first card here, your shadow side is... Sorry guys, that scared me. My computer changed. Your shadow side is dealing with an unfair distribution of money. So this could absolutely have to be doing with work, something that you're doing to earn money, something that you guys are working towards, a business. Maybe you guys have a business partner in an aspect here, and what's going on is there is unequal pay between you guys. Maybe they're stealing. These are just some scenarios that are coming up here, right? But your shadow card is this. It's needing to deal with this and understanding that if it's not a fair distribution of money, or if you're feeling like you're getting shorted, then you need to sit down and replan that, okay? You need to really work on the plans for yourself, and understanding that you guys always have a choice. You're not stuck in any one situation, okay? So I'm absolutely feeling like this is having to do with money. But there is opportunities for you guys here, okay? Absolutely opportunities here, okay? You guys are definitely having this energy of not wanting to change. I feel like, I don't know if it's you though. Here's the energy that I'm getting. I feel like this is someone else involved with you that's not wanting to change. And that in turn is making you feel stubborn as well, like obstinate. You know, it's like, if you're not going to change, then I'm not going to change. And if you're not going to give, then I'm not going to give. And that's creating like this push and pull kind of energy that's keeping you guys in the same position. And at the end of the day, if you're not the one that's getting the money in this, or if you're not the one that's on the fair side of this, okay, and I use that loosely here, what is happening is that they're okay with you guys getting the short end of the stick. Okay, they're okay with you guys getting the short end of the stick here. They don't want things to change. They're not going to change, and they like pushing you to make you feel stubborn. Okay? So what is it? It's just that. It's just that this situation is, that's why they wanted me to say you're not stuck. It's appearing stuck. It's appearing as though it's stagnant. And there's a lot of things coming from either side too. I feel like you guys are fighting not only this person, this business, this situation, but you're also fighting other individuals involved in the situation, or other parties that are just kind of like maybe pushing you to try something else, or pushing you to do something else. This is like people who are living vicariously through you. I want to get a clarifying card for this. Can you please have a clarifying card for this? For card 1. Thank you. Yeah, Sagittarian energy is so heavy right now. Yeah, there's people that want you to find balance, and I feel like you also want to find balance in the situation. We have a completion of a situation coming through here. I can't. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out on the bottom, and we also have Wheel of Fortune in the very middle of your guys' deck, both in the upright. Yeah, there's something here that needs to change within you. There's a lot of mirroring cards coming out here, guys. A lot. You guys have to be brave enough to balance out yourself, okay? It's easy enough to point the finger. It's easy enough to say, well, it's your fault. It's you that did this. You know, you're the one that's creating a lot of havoc in my life. You're the reason that we're where we're at. You're the whole situation. You're the one that's not giving, right? After so long of pointing the finger, though, you have to realize that you have to take accountability in that. Okay, there's some sense of needing to take accountability for your own actions here. I'm not saying you're wrong, okay, and I'm not saying that they're right. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that if a situation is not moving, then if you continue to show up the same way that you've been showing up, things are not ever going to change. And that's what Source is pointing out here. Yeah, it's definitely an imbalanced situation. Absolutely imbalanced. And the thing is that, so we have your role in this situation. I'm just going to call it the situation rather than sitting here and cursing the whole time, because I don't like to curse on my channel. So you guys might hear me curse every once in a while, but I'm just not going to sit here and curse, because there's a lot of cursing in this spread. But the situation, what is your role in this situation? You're seeing an illusion. I feel like this person has promised you something, or this company. I feel like it's whatever it is that's your money, right? This company, this situation, this person has all promised you something that is not anything that they can deliver. Okay? They're not capable of delivering it. They're not able to bring what you need into the situation. They're not able to balance it out. And I feel like the reason being here is because this person is trying to keep their head above water, and they're using anybody and anything that they can that they find is gullible. And it's like, if I can float on your head and you drown, then that's fine. I'm okay. Like, that's how this energy is that's coming through. Like I said, I feel like this person doesn't want to change because they're used to getting their way. And it's like you do have a very balanced energy here, but right now you're feeding into the illusion that this is how things are going to be, or this is how things are going to play out. Let's get a clarifying card. May I please have a clarifying card for this one? May I please have a clarifying card, Source? Okay. Yeah. So this could be a friend that you got involved with. This is something that you've done before. You've done this before. Like, you've gotten involved with somebody like this before, and it was always the promise. Like, it's always been a promise of fame, of wealth, of everything. And it's because a person has promised it to you. rather than you listening to and following your aligned journey. And I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like if you bring this up to this person and speak on it, or if you bring this up to, maybe it's a boss, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's somebody, okay? There's another party involved here. So if you bring this up to this other party here, I feel like you guys are actually going to become closer and more friendly with each other and more able to understand each other. But it's just like, this person may not even know that they're using people. They may not understand that they're taking advantage of others, okay? Heavy Sagittarian energy, again, like I'm saying, heavy Sagittarian energy, it keeps coming through here on multiple places. It's come out every time here, and it's in the very center of the reading. And the thing is that this person could be a go-getter. They could be very upbeat. They could be like the life of the party, right? They're like always out in the middle of everything, and they're putting forth their best foot, and they're always like, seem like they have their shit together. Okay, excuse the language here, but that's what's coming through here. It's like they always seem like they have everything together, but in this, they don't. They don't know what they want. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. It's like I hear it's like fool's gold. It's like somebody that's stumbling around hoping that they're going to stumble upon gold. And they're not. They don't have a direction. They don't have a goal. So maybe that's how you balance it out, is you help them bring in a goal. This is also something to do with your purpose, because your purpose is coming through here. It's like, I feel like if you guys are relying on another party, that could actually keep you from being aligned, because this could be something that you're meant to do by yourself. I just got clarification that that's true. Yeah, you guys are meant to be doing this alone, without another party. And that may seem scary, okay? That may seem scary. It may seem like, well, you know, that's not fair. You know, I promised this person. But I feel like, again, this person is, they're just trying to use you. You have a talent, you have a skill, you have a resume that's beyond. And it's like they're trying to use that as a stepping stone for themselves. And it's not gonna work. Like, Source isn't gonna let it work. And it's like, you guys can sit around and not do anything, which is fine. But if you guys sit around and you don't do anything, just understanding that when it falls apart, it could potentially be worse than if you just stood up and took care of it, and knowing that you're not actually taking care of it when you just sit around and do nothing. You guys are allowing that situation to remain open and another cycle to come through on it. So this is asking you guys to find courage and confidence to confront this person, to confront this situation, which is scary. That's very scary. It's scary to face it head on and say, look, like, this is not going to work for me. This is not something that I'm okay with. Like, I appreciate that you wanted me to be a part of this, but I don't see how this is working. Okay? So you guys have to really find balance for yourself. And that's what they're talking about. And this is healing for you guys as well. This is healing. This is bringing you guys into a place of understanding. And this is helping you guys mix, like, your shadow and your light attributes together, and finding the strength to use both of those to your advantage, which is going to help you change your own life, right? I feel like you guys have definitely gotten guidance. You know, if you guys are not into the whole spiritual journey, that is okay. But I feel like maybe there's a mentor in your life that has tried to guide you, and it's just, there's this stubborn energy coming through right now because of the situation being what it is. You're like, no, like, I can handle this. Like, I can do it. I can just sit back and things are going to work out and they're going to be okay. And that's what they're saying. It's like, it's not about that. Like, it's not about you guys sitting back. Like, this mentor, this person, this guide, this angel, whatever it is you guys believe in, or whoever it is that's in your life that's trying to give you guys guidance, they're coming to help you because they see the situation from outside the box and you are emotionally invested in it. And that's why it's a shit show, right? Like, that's why it's overwhelming. And I get it, guys. Like, you know, sometimes it's hard to face those fears that we have, and you might not know that it's a fear. Like, you might be like, I'm not afraid of them, and it's not being afraid of the situation or the person. It's afraid of the outcome. Like, what if I say something and it all falls apart? But what if you say something and it creates a stronger situation? So rather than focusing on the negative, focus on what could happen rather than what you think might happen. Focus on what could happen, the good that could happen, right? And that's easier said than done. I can attest to that, okay? However, it's that start and the intention to do so that will help you guys be able to confront this, right? Confronting fears and confronting people is not easy. It's not. So let's see here. Yeah, how not to lose your shit. So they're saying not to walk away. There's something about needing to communicate here. There's a need to communicate here. A deep need to communicate. Because if you don't communicate, then it's just, yeah, I see. You're not learning the lesson. Yeah, so the thing is that you guys need to communicate, because if you don't communicate, if you guys don't allow yourselves the opportunity to face this head on, you're going to have toxic relationships continue to hold power over you. Hold dominion. That's what I heard right now. They're going to hold dominion, and it's going to be hard to change your perspective on your finances and on your money and on the way that you see things in your career. Again, balance is becoming a huge part of this reading. I feel like you guys may see 5 a lot, or you may see 6 a lot. Your angels are with you, though. Your guides are with you. You guys are having, and I know a lot of people are like, I don't really believe in that stuff, and that's okay. I'm not here to convince you guys of that stuff, but if that's not the case, then understanding that you will have people, okay, physical people who will come in and give you guys some guidance who are outside of the situation. They might not even know about the situation. They might just see it firsthand and give you guys some advice, okay? And that's even for those of you that do have angels and guides that you believe in, okay? But there's something very toxic about this situation. We have the devil coming up on the bottom of the deck after getting a clarifying card for how not to lose it in this situation, right? And they're saying that that's the thing. It's like, I feel like if you guys throw away the commitment, okay, if you guys throw away the commitment and you guys allow the situation to basically just dissipate, which it won't, because it will have its toll on you guys, you're going to invite further toxic relationships in, and you're going to feel bound to them. It's basically saying, like, if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to have this inner belief, okay? And this inner belief is going to be like, what's the point? It always happens this way, so this is just it. It's like basically giving up to the situation without having a real reason as to why, other than it's always happened and you've always shown up the same way. If you choose not to show up the same way, then things might change, right? But again, they're asking you guys to find confidence. Does this person have something they're holding over your head? Like, it's almost like they have blackmail on you. That's why you're afraid to come forward? So I did hear heartache, okay? Like, this could be a relationship too, but I feel like, if it is a relationship, it's because you guys are tied with money. Like, you guys share money, you guys have your money tied together. But this person had something over you, or maybe you guys were partners, but you guys, messed around together or something. This is not going to resonate with all of you guys. This is a message that's coming through right now, though. And you feel tied to them, and it's like you feel like obligated to let them do whatever it is that they want to do because they can hold this over your head, and it almost feels like a blackmail. Like, I really feel like you're backed into a corner on this, but you're not. Like, Source is telling you, you have the strength. You just have to work to change your perspective. Okay? My apologies. I need a drink of water. I feel like you guys need to drink some water too. Because I was fine when I started this reading, And then as soon as I started talking to you guys, it felt like my tongue was just like all the moisture sucked out of it. So I feel like you guys definitely need to hydrate. Maybe you guys are not staying grounded enough because you're not drinking a lot of water. There could be a lot of coffee, a lot. So I heard caffeine. So however that resonates with you, that could be energy drinks, that could be soda, that could be coffee, it could be espressos, okay, it could be, but it's like you guys are dehydrating yourself, and that's putting you on edge, and that's giving you guys this energy of anxiety that's not able to face the current situation that's in front of you. I feel like you've gone to people, but the people that you've gone to have actually been on this person's side, like trying to stand up for this person, and you've got this block in your mindset that that's the way it is. Everybody's going to believe them over you. Yeah. And that's what Source is saying. No, it's just some of the people that you guys have invited to tell, they're seeing it from a one-sided perspective. They're not looking at the whole. So again, you are going to have somebody that comes in that gives you guys some guidance. I can't say it'll be tomorrow. I can't say that it'll be today, because it's going to differ for everybody. But as you guys go, just know and have hope and faith that something or someone is going to come in that's going to give you an inspiration to do what's necessary to confront this situation. Okay? And it could be as simple as after you guys watch this reading. Okay? It's not on me, because everything that comes from me comes from Source. Okay, that's what I fully believe. But what I'm saying is that after you watch this reading, you guys could get some kind of inspiration that says, oh, this is what I need to do. Don't just push that aside, okay? Like wherever it comes from, whenever it comes, don't just push that aside. If it's a good idea, it's always a good idea. I should say that. It's always a good idea to try those things, because they may work out for you guys. And if they don't, well, failure is just a part of the journey, okay? But yeah, this is definitely some, I don't know why, but I just heard humdrum. But it's just, this is definitely some backwards energy here coming through. It's like you guys feel like they should be for you, but they're not, you know? They're really not. So, again, this is all about the shit show, but it's what you bring as well as this other situation. And so they're going to call you out on your shit, okay? And we've got, it's interesting, we have this shadow aspect coming through, okay? We've got the moon in the reverse here, and it's talking about you guys having a mother wound that's being brought to the surface. You're not trusting of any relationships, and it's being manifested in this situation as well. And because you guys are not trusting of any relationships, it feels like everything is on edge, and there's like impending doom is what I heard. It feels like that, right? It's not that there necessarily is. It just feels like there's an impending doom. There's something that's going to fall apart here, right? And it's just because you guys, you guys need to heal this aspect of yourself. And that means that you guys need to nurture yourself. You guys need to see what kind of addictions you have. It's interesting because we were talking about caffeine up here, and caffeine is an addiction. Okay, that is definitely something that I don't think people point out as an addiction, because they're like, oh no, it's just I need my morning cup of coffee. Well, yeah, it's like the person who says I need my hit, right? Like I need a drink of alcohol. Like you don't need it, you want it. But if you need it, then it's become an addiction, right? And so they're saying, again, it's about healing these addictions. And the addiction comes from not feeling good enough in this situation. And so calling you out on your own shit here, it's saying that you are enough. You guys are beautiful wherever you're at. It doesn't matter. You guys are enough. And to nurture yourself, to love yourself, because you guys feel spiritually defeated. Look, I cannot make this up. The moon in reverse came out again, with the 6 of Cups in reverse and the Chariot in reverse on the bottom of the deck, guys. Like, the thing is here is that you guys have had a lot of upsets in relationships. You guys have had a lot of failing relationships. You guys have been hiding behind the shadow aspect for so long. It's like, basically, I'm not going to get involved with anybody, friends, family, and the like, and relationships, because I'm defeated. What's the point of getting involved with them when it's just going to go south. And that's what we were talking about before. It's like you guys keep having that energy coming through. It's an illusion, though. This is the illusion that's being brought to the surface here. And you guys have an opportunity to clear this energy out, to bring some luck back into your life, some balance, and to start closing this cycle. But it begins with you guys taking a look at family. You guys have to take a look at what it is that you grew up in. Okay? And by looking at yourself in the mirror. And wanting to face this reality too. So you guys could be the kind of people like, you know, I understand how this goes, where you didn't have a bad childhood or anything. It's not like you dealt with necessarily any kind of abuse or anything. However, understanding that just because you weren't abused doesn't mean that you weren't neglected, right? Because this is the mother wound. Anytime the moon comes out in the reverse, it's talking about the mother wound, okay? And when we talk about the mother wound, it's talking about how when you were a child, you were not loved in the way that you needed that was going to satisfy you as a child. And you might seem that it might seem silly, but it's not. That's not silly. It means that you guys were fighting. You guys could have turned into people pleasers. You guys could have turned into disassociated individuals that, again, don't want to get involved in a relationship or in a connection. And that's where you're at in this situation. This is bringing up a lot of triggers and wounds, and it's unfair, right? It's a lopsided situation, and it's like that's the balance in the situation. If you're up here and they're down here, somehow that's how it balances out. Rather than coming together as balanced individuals and you stay balanced in the situation, it continues to go back and forth like this. I'm going to trigger you, this is triggering them, and you guys are mirroring each other without realizing it. So if this is a business, just understand that this business is actually bringing out that you have always fought to get love. You guys have always fought to be seen. Right? Maybe you guys work extra hard at everything and there was a promotion that was on the line and you applied for it and they told you, oh, if you apply for it this time, you're going to get it. You've applied for it plenty of times before and you never got it. And then it came and went and you didn't get it. And you're like, but they told me I was going to get it this time. Again, that is product of that mother wound of not wanting to be seen, of not feeling like you are seen. And you may say, what do you mean, Circe? Like, I want to be seen. I want to be successful. Right. And it's like you want it at face value, but deeper inside, you don't feel worthy enough to be seen. And that's the healing that needs to go on. Okay. And so that's what they're bringing out here. And part of that will come from you getting rid of or facing whatever addiction you have. And that could be a love addiction. That could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be cigarettes, it could be anything. I'm not telling you to give it up. What I'm saying is facing it and asking yourself, why do I really do this? Is it really because I like it, or is it to fulfill some empty void within me? And most times, many of the people I've worked with, when I bring this up, they always tell me, well, it started out because I felt like this and I just needed something to fill the time, or I needed something to make me feel better, and that's what it did, right? And so I get it. I love coffee, guys. I love coffee. I had to give it up though because I realized that it was filling up a void for me. Okay? Plus, you feel a lot better when you give it up after you go through the withdrawals and stuff. Your body just starts to respond a lot better. Okay? So it's interesting because we have the shit show, and it's talking about, honestly, guys, this is meant to happen in your life. Like I know that what you're going through is difficult, and I know that it feels unfair, and I know that it feels like nothing is going to change. But here's the deal. The reason that it's here is to make you guys become more confident and more like out there in the world. You guys are going to be seen, however that means for you, because it's different for everybody. It could just be meaning to be seen by your boss, or it could be I'm going to be seen on social media, or it could be mean that I'm going to be seen by a producer or by a person who signs music, whatever, you know, a record deal. It does not matter. Okay, whatever that means to you guys, this particular situation that's going on is truly to bring you guys into a place of confidence and luck. And it's only once you face it that you guys are going to have luck in your life, right? And that's the beautiful thing. Yeah. Right now, you guys are dealing with one-sided love, but not just one-sided love. It's like you guys may love so much, okay? And again, this might not resonate for everybody, but the vast majority of people, they love so much, okay? And you guys may love so much, and you give your love, and you give enough of yourself, and you give so much of yourself, you don't have space for yourself. I feel like you guys may deal with migraines, headaches, loss of vision, blurry vision, yeah, some fear, exhaustion, pain, not seeing what's actually standing in front of you, right? And that's what they're saying. It's like this situation, it's so rough and it's come on so strong. It is created to make you guys see who you are, right? It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be simple. This is coming out to make you guys see who you are, and you guys are incredibly powerful individuals, and you're just not seeing it yet. Like, it's like, I feel like you guys see other people and you're like, wow, they're so amazing. Like, look at what they're doing. They're doing what's best for them. Like, I wish I could be like that. You are. You are like that. You just have to find it within yourself. It's like finding the diamond in the rough. That's you guys, right? Definitely your path of purpose, though. Whatever it is that you're doing, this is meant to lead you to your path of purpose, or it is your path of purpose. Okay? Let's get some guidance for you guys. I just want to get some guidance for pile number 1, Source. How can we help them, guide them on their way? What messages can we give to them? Give me a few cards here. Can you please get some messages for pile number 1, Source? How can we guide them along their way? Thank you. Can't with you guys. So we started with the 10 of coins, and that was in reverse, and we have the 10 of coins coming out in the up right now. This is meant to bring you happiness and completion and fulfillment. Yeah, it's just that you guys, so one thing here, they're saying you guys have to be willing to set boundaries and understand that options are just options. Like, you don't have to be so overwhelmed by your options, right? Like, that's just something that comes up for you so that you guys can enjoy the journey. It doesn't mean that you taking one path means that it's the wrong path. But whatever this is, it's meant to fulfill you guys. And I feel like it's also going to bring you guys into a place of, here's the deal. We have the 2 of Cups, the King of Coins, and the Queen of Coins all together here. This is going to bring you guys into love. Okay, if you're not already in love, it's what it's going to do. It's going to help you guys balance out your masculine and feminine energies within. This is going to bring you guys into a position of respect and power. Like, power of being able to help people, help to change lives. Like, this is an interesting energy because it's like we started out and it's like this refusal to change, but it's like when you guys truly find your own inner power, you guys are going to change the world, right? And it doesn't mean that you guys have to be out there and in knees deep changing the world. No, it just means that you guys, whatever you do, it's going to impact the world in such a profound way. Small, right? Even when the butterfly flaps their wings, it changes the world. Yeah. So we have reflection coming out, winter solstice. This is something you guys need to reflect on, what it is that you're bringing to this connection, and understanding that what's being brought to you is also a reflection. It's like a projection. This person's projecting onto you, but what is that within? What do you feel like that is mirroring within you? Because you do have blessings. And this is the completion of a cycle, right? You guys are completing a cycle, but there's a lot of anger that's coming through, a lot of upset. Like, feeling like, but why? I don't deserve this. Why am I going through this? It's just a part of the journey. It's like when you guys understand that and you get over that why, you guys are going to see the, oh, now I understand. It's like, rather than questioning, it's like a deep understanding comes through. And that's what you want. You want to understand. You want to be able to see with your eyes what your heart's been telling you all along, right? And that's not always easy. We have the moon coming out again. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others, right? Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Okay, I can't. Oh, we got 3 of these cards. Okay. So we have Mercury. Think, learn, network, and communicate. Didn't I say that this is something that you have to talk to them? Like, you actually have to communicate with them. Like, this is not something that you're going to be able to get around without actually speaking your mind. You're not going to be able to get around without speaking about how you feel. Saturn, feeling restricted, experience struggle, learning hard work, and patience. Exactly. You guys are going through this hard time right now because you're learning to sacrifice the ego. Right? And in sacrifice, and that's the emotional ego. That's the one that says that I have to protect myself. I can't confront somebody because what if something bad happens? It's not about looking at the bad. This is about looking at what could potentially happen. Well, right here, the cards are saying once you guys confront this situation, you guys are going to be able to grow and be bold and strong and beautiful. Venus, give and receive love, find value and see beauty. And Venus is all about self-love. You know, Venus, she's an interesting character. She's all about, you know, what is it? She's ruled by Aphrodite, and Aphrodite is all about love. She loves to love, but she loves to love herself and be alone in her love. And that's a beautiful thing here, and I feel like that's what is going on here. It's like you guys are needing to learn how to love yourself in this situation and give yourself some time. And that's the other thing, and to see you, to give you guys some accountability and some celebration and some credit for where you are. It says this connection is strictly bringing you sexual healing. I did get that in earlier in the reading, that there's some kind of sexual energy coming out. Now that's not going to be for all of you guys. That is a message that's specific for some of you guys. Okay? But in the ones that there is a sexual connection, they're saying, see yourself as marriage material, because you guys are marriage material. You know, we definitely had that come through here. You know, you guys don't deserve to be in a situation where you're put last, or where somebody's holding something over you because they feel like that's a way to control you. No, that's not life, okay? We have don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. Exactly, like you guys know what you need to do. And even if you don't, the answer's coming, okay? Like that answer's coming. And so once it comes, don't just keep pushing it away. Because when you push it away, then you guys allow room for your ego to come in, the emotional ego. Okay, again, I'm not saying you're egotistical. This is the emotional ego coming in saying, oh no, we can't do that. Oh no, you're not strong enough. Oh no, what if this happens, right? That's the emotional ego, is the doubt. The past makes an appearance for true closure. What did I say? This is something you guys have experienced before. This is something you guys have gone through before. And it's coming around because that's just it. If you guys let it go, if you guys let it be, it's going to come around again. Because it needs to be closed out. This is a cycle that needs to be closed out. What is that? The art of peace. Okay, it's like everything comes full circle. Right? Everything comes full circle. Well, the circle only closes when we allow it to close, when we come to peace with the situation. So we have authenticity, wolf on the bottom, using your intuition and being true and authentic to yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Number 35, we have ritual and bison. So this is like self-care rituals. What can you do for yourself to bring love back into your life, self-care into your life, right? It's interesting, this card wants to be seen. House 1 says individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. This card wants to be seen. It came out. I went to go grab one more deck here, and it came out. And so, yeah, this is all about your guys' image of who you are. So there's somebody or something in your life that's making you feel like you're not worthy of what it is that you desire. Like this person could be controlling. This person could be overwhelming. This person could be manipulative. Right? Okay, so they want this one. We had 2 cards come out, but I'm going to take the one that they wanted on top here. So it's the Book of Changes. Look, again, change. Change is necessary here. Number 35. We had 35 come out twice here, guys. 35 with the ritual bison. 35 and 35. I know I'm covering it with my finger. See, it's right there. So this says, just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life. Although it isn't always predictable, Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfoldment of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play. Help us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. Some situations or circumstances occur that seem to take us away from our desired goal and cause us to question whether we need to take matters into our own hands to achieve our desired manifestation. Even if we do not understand why something is happening the way that it is right now, with patience and experience, the wisdom and helpfulness of a situation is often revealed, and we can marvel at how we were assisted through the workings of a higher intelligence that we did not understand at the time. Just like an experienced guide on the mountaintop, Kuan Yin has traversed the spiritual path over many lifetimes to arrive at her enlightened and compassionate state. She's very wise, and she's blessing you with her grace, even if that grace seems to be a dark cloud, a delay, or an unexpected disappointment, or even a wonderful new opportunity in a different direction. She can help you avoid pitfalls that you do not need to encounter if you trust in her guidance. She can read the Book of Changes and understand the divine path unfolding through you to help lift you on your divine path with the least struggle. Guys, I can't make this up. Guidance, talking about changing, talking about coming into your divine purpose. Isn't that everything that I've talked about on this reading? It's coming out with this Kuan Yin card, just absolutely beautiful. Number 35 is 8, and 8 is the number of karmic cycles and also abundance, right? So once you guys overcome karmic cycles, then you're blessed with abundance, and abundance is not necessarily financial gain, right? It's not necessarily monetary value. Could be spiritual knowing. It could be spiritual enlightenment. This could be love. It could be compassion for a situation that you didn't have compassion for. Like, that's what it is. Okay, I do want to get a couple of cards here, some emotions that you guys might be dealing with as you go. Boredom is something that could be coming out for you guys. Boredom is something that's just saying that, like, maybe you've dealt with it and you don't want to anymore. So, like, it's like, I'm bored with it. Like, I'm over it. I'm done with it. They're just saying, like, just face these fears, face these emotions. Once you guys face these emotions, you'll understand them on a much deeper level. So we have amused. Yeah, so for some of you guys, you're going to be happy that you're going to find answers and a way out of this situation. And curious. And I feel like there's some of you guys that are just curious about what it is that can come into your life now that you guys are here and overcoming these situations and getting to the next path on your journey, right? Overall, a very beautiful, beautiful reading. You guys have this opportunity to change your life in such a monumentous way. So don't give up on yourself. Don't allow yourselves to surrender when you need to just keep pushing forward. You guys will see a change, okay? But I am going to leave that there. This is what I have for you. I hope that this helps. Please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Set that notification bell. And I'm always loving to hear you guys' comments as well. But until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time. Circe is out. Bye, guys. Welcome, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me. It is truly a pleasure being here. I want to thank you so very much for your time and your space during this reading. Welcome to the shit show spread. I apologize for cursing. That's just what it's called. Yeah, so I'm not going to try and curse this whole time, but just letting you guys know, this is for those of you that chose the citrine. this reading is for you. If this resonates with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel, set that notification bell so you guys always know when the next video does go live. I did say something about that in the intro if you guys watched that, so let's just not take too much time. I already got your cards ready to go. I do have plenty of guidance cards out. We'll also get some advice from Source, what you guys can do in regards to the situation or what you need to know, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, see what is going on with this situation. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, guys, let's see. So this has to do with responsibility. Obligation, I heard. This is an obligation that you guys are dealing with. So what the heck is this crap? This is having to do with an obligation, maybe in regards to money. It could be in regards to a relationship. Okay, that's just, it's a general reading, guys. Take it as it resonates. The thing is here, though, is that you guys feel obligated to a certain situation. And because of that obligation, you're feeling like there's nowhere to go. And it's like, I have to stay here. I have to deal with it. I have to do what's right. I have to do what I need to do. And there's a lot of, I feel like maybe somebody's sick, or there's like some kind of barrier that you're not able to cross, right? So if you're dealing with somebody that's sick and you're feeling obligated to stay in a situation, you know, I understand that. And sometimes we can't always leave a situation like that. And it's not like I'm asking you to, or it's not like Source is asking you to. However, because there may be barriers here, there is always room for you to set boundaries for any one given situation, no matter what's going on. Okay? Yeah, you definitely feel some sense of love for them. You definitely have, again, we have the Knight of Cups coming out, definitely romantic love. However, there's a lot of manipulation that's coming through here. So someone is manipulating you, or they're using their situation to manipulate you, and it's making you feel like brokenhearted. It's making you feel like you can't get through the day. It's making you feel like you can't do what's necessary for yourself, okay? So I feel like, sorry guys, I have to put on some oils to help with the energy here, because there's some heavy energy coming through here. There's a huge sense of sadness coming on. There's a huge sense of feeling left out. This is giving me relationship vibes. So if this is somebody that you're in a relationship with, there is a lot of back and forth energy here, okay? A lot of back and forth energy. It's interesting because we do have the Judgment coming out on the bottom in the reverse, and we have Judgment in the reverse in your reading as well down here. So, you know, definitely having to do with an addiction to this situation. That is an emotional egoic addiction. Okay, so it means that this is comfortable for you. It means that this is mirroring a past hurt for you. It means that this is mirroring some situation from your childhood, and even though you see the chaos going on around you, you still feel that sense of love and emotional obligation to whomever this is. And that's understandable. There's definitely a need to find a deeper truth here, though. There's a sense of you. So there's this sense of you filling up the void with, it's like excuses, right? But if they're sick, but if they're sick and I leave, what happens? Or maybe you're sick. And it's like, but what happens if I leave? I don't get the support that I need anymore. They don't get the support that they need anymore. I feel like I'm just abandoning a situation, or you're getting abandoned, right? And because of that, it's creating a lot of disharmony and discharge in your life. I apologize for the camera. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. And it's upsetting. What you're missing, though, is that this is very superficial. This situation, the love that's in this situation is very superficial. It's not actually a deep-rooted, seated love, right? It's actually very superficial love. It's not... It's not unconditional. There's a lot of conditions to this love, whether that's with you or them. There's a lot of conditions that come with this connection. There's a lot of conditions that come with me giving love to you, them giving love to me, right? Like that's the energy that's coming through here. It's almost like false advertisements, what I heard. It's an interesting way to put it, but okay, Source, like if that's how you're going to put it, yeah. So your role in this, again, why I feel like this person is sick, or it's having to do with another party in this situation, is because the card that's coming out for you is there's promiscuity, right? So your role in this is unfaithfulness and promiscuity and cheating. There is some sense of spiritual defeat here, yes. However, what's being brought to the surface and what's being really loudly played out here is a sense of cheating. There's a sense of sleeping around on this person, yeah. And it's oh. So we have the 9 of Wands, which is what started your reading, coming out again, and it's because of the sickness. It's because of so I keep hearing falsehood. It's like, are you with them because you feel obligated to take care of them? Yeah, you feel like you're their emotional support, their strength, but there's still a lot of dishonesty here. There's a lot of hidden secrets. There's a lot of things that aren't coming out. And it's a toxic trait, and it's just another failed relationship. Like, it's just another failed relationship here is what they're saying. But you really truly feel like you're their emotional support, and I feel like that gives you some fulfillment, and you feel like you're the reason, you know, that maybe you guys have stayed together so long, but you guys have this sense of strength, connection to each other, and there's like a need to spiritually awaken to the fact that there's a lot of secrets here. So if you're being unfaithful to them, understanding that they probably are aware of that, and if they're not aware of that, then there's some sense of illusion that's going on behind the scenes. So maybe they're just not as connected to you as you thought they were. But there's definitely an imbalance here, and there's a need to balance it out. There's a need to find harmony within yourself. Spiritual enlightenment. Okay, and that's not necessarily taking the spiritual journey, right? That's not necessarily becoming religious or anything like that. What it means is becoming self-aware, right? Like, there's a need to become self-aware and ask yourself, why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Right? Why did I choose this spread? I was called to do this spread. In fact, I was not ever actually going to put this spread on my channel. However, after meditating and spending time with Source, I was called to do this particular spread, which tells me there's a lot of people that are blaming circumstances on other people rather than seeing the role that they've played in it themselves. And that's the hardest thing on this journey, is seeing that you also have a role in this. And if you are being unfaithful in the situation, if you are cheating, if you are creating a third-party situation, you know, it's up to you to fix that, right? If you feel so obligated to take care of this person that you're with, that you're involved in with emotionally, right? You need to find it within yourself what matters more, staying with this person to take care of them or getting your own physical needs met. What matters more to you and why? You know, and I'm not to say, oh, it needs to be your emotional needs, it needs to be your physical needs. It's going to be different for everybody, right? Like, that's not for me to determine. That's for you to figure out what matters more for you, and then to act accordingly based on that, right? Because right now, it's a lot of upset. And there's strength to be had in this situation, but it needs to be closed out. And first and foremost, what needs to be done is a lot of soul seeking. You know, and I feel like there's some people who have probably told you that before. Like, you need to really, you know, go within and find your answers. And that's the truth. Like, you can only find the answers within. You go to others for guidance, but ultimately the decision that you make is because you chose that. And that comes from within. And that's, you know, they really are focusing on this right now. There's a need to go within, and there's a need to close out this cycle. I feel like you guys maybe see 9s a lot. 999, you maybe just see 9. Maybe sometimes you wake up at 9. Maybe sometimes you look at the clock, it's 9. And you just notice 9 a lot. You see 9s in license plates a lot. And the reason being is because this is a cycle, and maybe it's not something that you've done before, but this is something that karmically is in your family genes, and it's something that you have to break as a generational curse, okay? And that's why this is turning into the shit show that it is, okay? So how not to lose it in this situation? Well, you have to face reality. You have to really come to a place of understanding that things are going to fall apart one way or the other. Like, whether you do or you don't, okay, if you are cheating and this person is not aware that you're cheating, eventually they're going to find out about it, no matter how sneaky you are, okay? Like, I really feel like, and I'm not here to say you shouldn't be cheating. Like, again, it's to each their own, okay? To each their own. However, ultimately, what happens is in any cheating situations, eventually the other party does find out about it. And when they do, it really hits the fan, okay? Like, it really does. And it goes crazy, and they can create a lot of havoc in your life, and they can create a lot of upset and misery for you, rather than if you just face reality and come to terms with things. And if you're the one, since you instigated it, and you're the one that goes through and you deal with it, right? You say, you know what, I love you, I care about you a lot, but I can't do this anymore. We need to find separate ways, because I'm finding that I'm not able to commit to this connection. I'm not able to put my time into this connection the way that I should be able to. And it's all because I just don't feel the connection anymore. Whatever it is, right? Yes, it's going to hurt, but being honest is going to hurt a lot less than being secretive and then it coming out later, right? Because that's what's coming through here. And no matter what, like, I just want you to understand, like, no matter what, there is going to be some sense of realization on either party here, and something is going to fall apart, whether that's this connection with the third party individual that you've been connecting with outside of this connection, or whether that's this connection itself. Okay? But it has to do with love. There's going to be some kind of realization that comes through with love. Yeah, and it's I can't make this up, guys. It's because there's again, we have cheating, we have the Knight of Wands coming out in the reverse here with the King of Coins. It's like trying to be a boss and take care of people, take care of a family, while all the while behind closed doors you're not being faithful. But it's like, I'm fulfilling a duty, but I still need to get my kicks off, right? And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that it's coming through so strong here that eventually what's going to happen is that you guys are going to have to face it. And when you face it, there's going to be a broken heart. Whether that's yours, the person that you're with, or the third party, there's going to be a broken heart. But what I think you're realizing is that you did manifest this, and that there is light at the end of the tunnel no matter what happens, yeah? You don't want to be committed though anymore. You don't want to be in this commitment anymore. It's like overwhelming. There's too much. It's like too much too soon. It was like taking on more than you realize. And that doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. Okay? Cheating, it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. And anybody that says you shouldn't be out there cheating, okay, like, everybody's had a situation. Everybody has. Whether you've been cheated on or you have cheated on someone, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to judge, okay? It's like, I can't say you're a terrible person, because you're not. You were acting on your emotions, okay? And that's the most human thing that anybody can do. The most human thing. Regardless if people agree with it or they don't. That's their own personal situation. But right now, you're heavy in your heart, okay? And like I said, there's a lot of heavy energy coming through here. And I had to put on my oils because it was just too much for me. I have to, like, understand, like, what's going on here. But there's a lot of fear-based energy here. And it's like fear of what I do, fear of what I don't do. And that's the thing. It's like either way, what's going to fall apart is love. So whoever you love in this situation, right? And again, whether it's this individual who's sick, again, it is superficial love, but if that's where you feel like your love is, it's going to fall apart. If it's the third party that you've been with outside of this connection, okay, and maybe you're not even sleeping with them, maybe you're just trying to get to know somebody else outside of this, right? And that's for some of you guys. But if you're falling in love with this individual and you are being secretive about this other situation, it's going to fall apart. And so it's up to you to really face it and try not to be that person that just stays in this just hoping that things are going to work out, because the longer it goes, the worse things get. Like, that's just it. Okay? And I can't say that, like I said, I can't say you're a bad person. You're not. You're very human. And if anybody says you're a terrible person, like you're a monster, like there are much other more terrible things that people can do that we can make them considered monsters in the world besides cheating. Okay? Like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that everybody does what's right for them. Okay? It's not up to me to decide. But what I'm saying here is that emotionally and mentally it's weighing on you. And that weight is getting distributed into everybody that you're connecting with right now. And when you come to terms with whatever's going on, somebody's heart's going to get broken. And again, it could very well be yours. It could be theirs. And it could be the third party. Okay? It's rough. It's an upsetting situation. But you're definitely in a boss energy right now, and that's making you attractive to people because you have money to spare. And that's the thing. I feel like that's why this person superficially loves you too, is because they know that without you, where are they going to be? Well, at the end of the day, that's not up for you to determine. And that may seem like a very cruel thing to say, but it's not. It's not. But equally so, just because you're taking care of this person doesn't mean that they deserve to be cheated on either, regardless if they're putting out superficial love, right? Neither one of you guys deserve that situation. And that's what I think is so hard sometimes. Everybody wants to blame somebody else. They want to point the finger. It's on you, it's on you, it's on you. When in reality, we all have a part to play in every situation. You know, when they call it a relationship, whether it's a friendship, a family situationship, or a love situationship, a relationship involves two people. That means that there are two parties involved. That means that two people play a part in it. No matter if you're the one that doesn't do the things that the other person does, you both play a part in it. If you're the one that's getting cheated on in this situation, you're still allowing it, you see? And it's like you're still wanting a person to take care of you because of the money they provide, right? That is a toxic trait, and that's sometimes hard for people to look at. And if you are the one that's cheating on them, well, the toxic trait is staying in the situation when you know that it's not working for you. It's like involving another person in something that they don't need to be involved in because of being afraid of confrontation, right? I'm not saying it's easy. None of it's easy, guys. None of it is. Okay, so to call you out on your own shit, right? And that's part of this reading. It's about what are you putting in and what are they putting in? And what you're putting in right now is there's an addiction that you're dealing with. And I feel like your addiction is so this is going to sound weird, but it's not. But what's coming through is Source saying that you have an addiction to sex. You also have an addiction to being exalted in a way. It's like being looked at again with the King of Coins coming through here. It's saying that you guys do have your shit together, right? Like you do make money. You do have a good basis for what you have, but it's like you guys almost like being exalted and put on a pedestal because of that. Yeah, they're saying it's sex though. They are focusing on sex and lack of commitment. And greed. Yeah. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. Like, I can't. We had the Page of Wands come out in the reverse. We have the Pope coming out in reverse. And we have the Ace of Coins coming out in reverse. Okay? These are the cards saying your addiction is to sex. Okay? It's an immature view on sex. It's not being able to see it from an adult way. It's just like seeing it as a pleasure-seeking item. It's something to fulfill yourself in a moment. Once you've been fulfilled, you move on. So this could be multiple partners that you're sleeping around with. Okay, this is a very interesting reading already, guys. Second thing here is you don't want to commit. You don't want to commit to somebody because you like having sex with multiple people, and yet you're committed up here. It's talking about there's a commitment that's going on right now. So you have a commitment, but it's almost like an excuse to use. I'm married, or I'm in this long-term relationship, so I can't build a commitment with you, even though we're sleeping together, right? It's like this is your fallback, your default, rather than being single and saying, I just don't want any strings attached, right? It's like you're like, no, I'm committed, and that's why I can't have any strings attached. It's almost like you can't say no like there's a thrill that comes from being connected with somebody, and that's why you can't say no, right? And there's a greed that goes with that too. And there's this energy of feeling like, you know, again, the responsibility is coming through here. It's like I have to be responsible for this person, but there's a connection that needs to be viewed in its entirety here. Excuse me, guys, I need a drink of water. And so that's what Source is saying here. It's like, deal with your connection, deal with your addiction, okay? And again, there's nobody's, I'm not judging you. Like, I'm not, again, this is what can you do, and what is the messages from the higher source, and that's what's coming through, right? I don't question the cards. They don't lie. That's the thing. It's like, if this is not resonating with you, then this could be not your reading, right? And I'm sorry if it is resonating with you guys and it's making you upset. It's just understanding that that's a trigger, right? That means that that's a trigger for you, is dealing with this face on and confronting this face on. And it's like, maybe you guys have always been in a relationship but always cheated. And again, I'm not saying you're a bad person if you've done that. I'm just saying that it's something that you need to face, because it's not necessarily fair. And likewise, would you like it if your person that you're committed to cheated on you? You know, that sometimes you have to put the shoe on the other foot to really see it from outside of the box, because we get so wrapped up in ourselves, and we get so wrapped up in what we're doing and what's going on in our lives, that we can't see it from another person's side. But like, if you do it that way, like, what if you put it in and they were doing that to you? Like, how would you feel? And that sometimes is enough to open that up to you, right? And again, it's not right or wrong. None of it's right or wrong. It just is. What you're doing, it just is. You're going to continue to do it if you want to continue to do it. And those of you that are ready to heal, you guys are going to heal. I'm not saying that you have to heal. I'm not saying you have to do this. That's not what it is. None of this is. None of these card readings are about that. Card readings are all about finding, people want to learn the future. I want you guys to learn how to heal, because I could predict your future all day long. And at the end of the day, if you don't choose to heal, that doesn't mean that your future is going to come true. But this is what's currently going on, and this is why there's a shit show in your life right now. And I think the thing is that as much as I don't want to say this, I have to say it, because my ear is ringing like crazy. They're saying that this is partially caused because of you. It's not your fault, okay? But it's because of the actions that you've chosen to go through, and that feels like it's blaming you, but I'm not. I'm not blaming you. Nobody's blaming you. Nobody's pushing blame. I can't say that this person won't blame you, right? That's a human thing to do, is to point blame. But again, sometimes it's hard for us to realize that the shit that's in our life, it's like, when are we going to take a step back and realize it's us? Right? And that's not always easy. Okay. So the shadow that's going on, that's interesting. You guys were friends. Huh, okay. So you guys were friends before you ever got together. Maybe that's why it's so hard. You don't want to lose a friendship. Wow, okay. My whole chest just like totally adjusted when that happened, when I talked about that. So yeah, they're saying like, you don't want to lose a friend. This person's been through thick and thin with you guys. Like you guys have been through it all. May I please have some more information in regards to this, please? You guys have been through it all together, but neither one of you guys paid attention to the red flags when it came to the other. Maybe this should have just been a friendship rather than a relationship, right? But, when you get that emotionally close and connected with somebody, it's hard. It's like, oh, well, if I'm this emotionally, connected with them, then I have to stay. So, hold on just a second. I'm going to grab that card. So, yeah, that's why you guys don't want to change. You don't want to change because you guys are friends. Sorry, my dog, she just ran into the table, guys. Oh, mama. And you guys judge each other and manipulate each other and fight each other all the time, but it's like, okay, so there's this energy coming through. It's like you guys fight each other, but then you come together and have this amazing, ridiculous sex. Okay, like that's the energy that's coming through. So it's like, how can I give up on somebody that we have such great makeup sex? But it's like you guys don't realize the toxic traits that you're bringing towards each other here. Like super toxic. I mean, just beyond. And you don't want to change. That's the shadow. The shadow's not wanting to change. I don't want to change. I don't want to do something different. I want to have my cake and eat it too. It's like you guys have been doing this for so long, or have had your way for so long, and it's just been the same way for so long that why should I change? Again, I'm not here to tell you guys why you should change. It's just you guys can choose to do something better with your life. You guys can choose happiness rather than trying to precariously balance an upsetting situation on your shoulders. Because I feel like you guys carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Like, this is a very heavy situation, right? Yeah. It's hard to let go of home. And you guys feel like you both feel like you're meant for each other. Like, that's the thing. Like, you guys feel like you're a match, but yeah. Wow. So you guys could have family together. Yeah, that's what they're saying. You guys have family together, and you guys are always felt like you were meant to be each other's lives, like soulmates. That's the truth. We have the Ace of Swords coming out, clarifying that. Yeah. Look at this. Look at these pictures. Like, it's interesting because not all of them, like, if you look at this, it's just some hands on here. We have the Seven of Swords here. It's like coming out with the Chariot as well. And then we have the Two of Wands with these two people here. And then you have the Seven of Wands with the two beavers. It's like you guys really do believe you're meant for each other. Like, all the meanings of the cards aside, it's like what's coming through the deeper meaning here. It's like you guys see eye to eye. It's like you guys are aware of the other's downfalls, and it's like, why should I give up on somebody who sees me for who I am? I want to get one more card for you. Can you please have one more card? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So intuitively, you guys know what needs to be done, but you're chained to each other. And you know that you're balancing, like, this is a very precarious situation. Like, I feel like that's the thing. But you guys are bound to one another. For sex. For heartbreak. For it all. Why do you want to give that up? Like, that's what I keep hearing. Why do I want to give that up when I know what the situation is? It's like you guys both know what the other brings to the table, and that's okay. And you know, at the end of the day, I can't tell you what'll be better for you, what won't. I can tell you that, you know, there is better things out there. There are happier things out there, less weighty things out there than this. Definitely. This is toxicity at its finest, guys. Like, I'm not saying you're a toxic person, but I'm just saying, like, there's this energy that needs to come through here that you guys have an opportunity to build something different that's more balanced, that's more secure, finding that within yourself. But you guys truly feel bound to each other, like you guys are chained to each other. It's almost like if you tried to leave, they would just come and find you, or if they tried to leave, you would just go and find them. It's almost like an obligation. But you need to learn how to nurture yourself. Like, you need to bring nurturing into yourself and loving yourself, and this is your wake-up call. Like, that's, again, like, you're here wondering about what's going on. This is your wake-up call. It's like Source is trying to tell you, like, you know, sorry guys, there is a way to fix this. There is a way to change this. There is a way to overcome this. But you want this. It's just easier this way. It keeps you from connecting with other people. Yeah, we have South Node, destined to release. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Like, you're destined to release this situation. This is the tail of the dragon. This is the stuff that, you know, like, we're uncomfortable leaving, right? Like, South Node is like what we're uncomfortable leaving, and even though it's been in our lives, like, it's like we're comfortable having it. And, you know, like, the North Node is being okay with being uncomfortable in the things that we're not sure about, right? But right now, it's like they're asking you to release this. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change on the bottom with mutable. Let me get another one of these out. This has been hard for you, though. Okay, we want those two. Self-express and embody the truth with the sun on the bottom. Yeah, and this is all about letting go of the emotional ego. You know, the sun is tied to our ego, and it's that, again, it's self-expression, right? Embodying your truth. But when you're living a situation like this, you're not really embodying your truth. You're just embodying what the ego wants. Fix, stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Yeah, there's codependency coming out with this energy. It's something that's been in your life for a long time. Why should I let it go? We have House 10, structure, discipline, life message, mission, accomplishment, and career. Yeah, so you guys are definitely established. Like, whoever's watching this, you guys are definitely established. And I feel like maybe that's why it's like, what if I let it go? What happens to, like, how are people going to view me? How are people going to see me? Well, I don't think that anybody wants you to stay in a miserable situation. Secrets, didn't I say? There's secrets coming out on the bottom. So you have secrets. The person that you're involved with also has secrets. So that's, you know. Yeah, and we have number 15, the Watcher, Snow Leopard. They keep an eye on you. You probably keep an eye on them. So again, I feel like, well, how would you feel if they cheated on you? I feel like maybe they have and you caught them, and that's why you keep an eye out on them. And it's like you both are jealous of the other one, but you're not realizing the toxic traits that you're bringing to each other in this situation. And again, it's just, sometimes it's just seeing it from outside of the box, changing your perspective on it. It's like, you know, it's not bad what's happened. It's just, it's taught you a lot. You know, can you be okay with the messages and the lessons that you've learned from this? You know, you've learned not to give up, and you've learned to be persistent. And for as persistent as you are with this connection, can you be that persistent with yourself? You know, and that's a good question to ask yourself. I mean, you know, I think you can. I mean, I know you can. If you can for a connection like this, I know you could for yourself too. Time to make space for you. Yeah, so we had that come out with Gaia and nurturing. Self-love is very, very necessary here. This connection is strictly bringing you sexual healing. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Like, I can't. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what I said earlier, too. Struggles equal growth. Yeah, so you guys struggling right now, you're growing. You're learning how to grow. And that's a beautiful thing. So using the elements, water, air, earth, fire, and ether. This is like taking a bath, connecting with nature, going outside, connecting, putting your feet on the ground, you know, burning a fire and staring at it, connecting with ether's prayer, right? Like, these are things that you can do to help you guys balance your energy. Dragonfly, moving beyond self-created illusions that limit your growth, that have limited your growth. Okay, so like, again, we have this energy coming through that you guys are limiting your own growth. It's a self-created illusion that you guys have said, well, this is just the way that it is. Again, you guys feel connected to each other, like, but there's this fight that's going on all the time, constantly fighting with each other, constantly trying to have the upper hand, constantly trying to get what it is that you want from the situation. You know, it's definitely an interesting energy. We have the veil of the shadows on the bottom. Yeah, so definitely you guys both in your shadow aspect here. So we have the ivory swan goddess. I feel like you guys don't always know how to articulate what you want to say. Stumble with your words sometimes, and I feel like if there is manipulation going on, that this person notices that and they use that to their advantage. Don't be afraid of that. It says the ivory swan goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may release your beauty. Be more of yourself and shine your divine essence into the world. Do not cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light and all its purity and radiance, beloved soul. You may find it easier to believe in the illusion of sins and unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. Yet just like the purity, beauty, and grace of the ivory swan goddess, your own soul is luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You're being asked to recognize the divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditional self-acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure, to be present to the pure light within and not try to ignore it, downplay it, or worry that it is not enough. No matter what has happened in your life or what experiences or choices you have made, your soul light is as pure as the divine source itself, because essentially that is what it is. There's no need for spiritual shame or feelings of inadequacy. The light within all of us is exactly the same. We are just in different stages of realizing it. Kuan Yin, ivory swan goddess, wishes to bestow divine grace upon you, beloved soul, to assist your spiritual growth at this important time on your path. For this to occur, you must be willing to be able to receive it. And didn't I say that too? Like, you guys are coming into a period where you need to grow spiritually. We've talked about growth with the cards too, with the oracle cards, talking about spiritual growth. And I was talking about that, not judging yourself for what has happened. I'm not judging you. You shouldn't judge yourself for what has happened. Again, we're all human. We make human decisions. We make human mistakes, whatever those are. And understanding that certain situations that people like to judge others on is all based on how they feel about a certain passing, right? A certain circumstance. So, like, if people are judging you because you cheated, that's because they have felt a certain way about it. And that's not up to them to judge you based on it. And it's not up to you to judge yourself either. It's up to you to accept yourself. Okay, I did this. It doesn't mean I can't heal from that. It doesn't mean I can't learn from that. It means that I can grow and become a better version of myself, but you have to be willing to do that. Okay, it's not easy. The steps are always simple, but it's not easy, and it means confronting fears that you've been running away from for a long time. Your guys' reading was very straightforward. I mean, the whole time it's talked about sex. It's talked about, you know, cheating. It's talking about secrets and all these things. So let's get some emotional clarifiers here and see what are some emotions that pile 2 might be dealing with along this journey as they grow spiritually in regards to this connection. Okay, they want this one. What are some emotions that pile 2 might be dealing with? And these aren't set in stone, guys, but these are just some things that you might need to prepare for. Exhausted on the bottom. Yeah, I feel that. I was telling you guys, it feels like you guys are carrying the world on your shoulders. Like, definitely feel there's some exhaustion coming through. Delighted. Okay, so some of you guys are just finally in this place of, like, I'm ready to let go. Like, I'm ready to not be in this anymore. Like, it's like, if it's going to fall apart, it's going to fall apart. And some of you guys are also, I think, and this seems like, but it's like not everybody's judging you. And I feel like that makes you feel better, right? So I feel like, okay, finally, I'm not being judged. Like, I feel like it was just like you needed someone to say, I'm not judging you, and now you can start looking at not judging yourself. And I feel like that's what's coming through with this delighted. But I also feel like for some of you guys, it's like, okay, now I know what I can do, and now I know what I need to do. Afraid. Yeah, some of you guys are going to be afraid to take the next step. Like, some of you guys are very scared because I don't think any of you guys got into this for the intention to harm or to hurt anybody. It's just that we're here now and there's no getting around it, right? And so that's definitely something that I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling on a deep level. It's like, I don't want to hurt anybody. And appalled. Maybe you guys didn't know what your partner was doing, and now that you do, now that you know that there's secrets across the board, like, you're not the only one that's keeping secrets. I think maybe some of you guys are just like, I can't believe that. But it's like, how can you ask someone to not do or to do something that you yourself are not willing to do or are willing to do, right? It's like this energy of like, how can I ask someone to not do something I'm not willing to do? If you're not willing to be forthright, how can you ask somebody else to be forthright? And if you're saying, well, Circe, they're supposed to be, well, if that's the case, then aren't you supposed to be too? Right? Like, I mean, it's just as simple as that. It's like, again, the shoe on the other foot. There's this energy coming through. It's like, I gotta put the shoe on the other foot. It's just the way it goes. What comes around goes around. And unfortunately, that's the truth in all things. That's how we manifest in life. It's like we all put in this energy and we all get back what we put out. And if it's good energy, we get good energy. If it's sneaky energy, we get sneaky energy. If it's loving energy, we get loving energy. It's just the way that it goes. And it's all to teach us something. It's to teach us, ultimately, the only thing that we have in life is love. That's it. That's the only thing that we have in life. Okay, there is no, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. Like, Source isn't trying to play some mean trick on you. That's not what it comes down to. It ultimately comes down to you learning how to love yourself. And in learning how to love yourself, you learn the most valuable lesson of all. And that is that unconditional love is everything. And that means self-acceptance, self-expression, self-approval, right? Do you approve of your actions? And if you don't, then what do you need to do so you can come into a state to approve of your actions? And that's all it comes down to. You know, you guys pick the citrine stone, and that comes down to the solar plexus, right? It's yellow, and this is raw citrine, but it is yellow. When it's polished, it comes into this beautiful bright yellow color. It's beautiful. And citrine is connected to our solar plexus, and that's all about taking action. So are you willing to take action in your life and do what is necessary for yourself? That's, you know, and that's only you can answer that. So I really hope that this gave you some guidance. I hope that this helps. And overall, I just want you guys to know that you are strong enough to do the right thing, whatever that is for you. Okay? So with that being said, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, set the notification bell down below so you guys know when my next video does go live. But I'm going to leave it there and move on to pile 3. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for spending this time with me. And until we see each other again, bye! Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. This is for those of you that chose the Moonstone. This is for you. This is the shit show spread. So, I do have your cards ready, though, guys. I do just want to say, if this resonates with you guys, please hit that like button down below. Make sure you do subscribe and set the notification bell so you always know when the next reading does come out. I just want to thank you guys so much for your time. I'm going to try not to curse on this. I know that it's in the spread name, but I'm just going to do my best not to curse because I don't like to curse on the channel. And if you guys didn't catch the intro, the only reason I'm doing this is because it was called by Source to do this reading. So it is giving me this collective message that everybody is going through a period right now where they're trying to blame everybody else for where they're at, which is okay. That's totally the human thing to do. But this reading has been inspired so that we can take accountability for our own actions and accountability for the situation at hand too, right? Not that it's ours to hold on our shoulders, but it is ours to observe and to make decisions accordingly. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys, and see what is going on. I'm actually kind of excited about your guys' readings. A lot of positive messages coming through. Yes. Okay, so maybe it's not so much of a crazy shit show for you guys, but let's get into it, guys. So the shadow is celebration and expansion. So maybe that's the thing. Like, it's scary for you guys to expand. It's scary for you guys to yeah, it's scary for you guys to expand spiritually and to transform. I feel like you guys have been in a period of time where everything has felt so burdensome and so overwhelming that it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't trying to do it that way, but we'll do it. Yeah, you guys have been repressing this, like, that you're deserving of strength, and that you guys are deserving of change, and that you guys are deserving of of abundance. You've grown too big for where you're at. You've been stuck. It's like I feel like there's something outside or something within you that's keeping you stuck in a place of like you've grown too big for the tank that you're in, right? You're a fish and you've grown too big for the tank that you're in, and there's something that's keeping you in that tank. And it's really coming down to a mindset, right? It's a mindset of feeling like I'm not worthy, or like, what if I become successful? You know, sometimes we're oftentimes afraid of our success rather than afraid of failure. And I feel like that's exactly where you guys are right now, because there's a lot of positive energy coming out for your guys' reading. For this to be what the shit show is kind of interesting, because it's just showing me here that you guys are afraid to transform, and you guys are afraid to let go of the past, which is that, you know, you haven't been successful. Got a little beetle crawling on me here. Interesting. So beetles are luck. I'm gonna go put this guy outside though, guys. I don't like to kill bugs, so I'll be right back, okay? Okay, sorry guys. I wanted to go put him outside. I don't like to kill him, so it's bad luck to kill a beetle. They mean luck though. They mean abundance and luck, and you know, you should look up the meaning of beetle, because it was crawling on me while you're reading. I haven't had anything on me this whole time, and so it was just crawling on me while I was doing your reading. And so I feel like that might resonate with you guys. Maybe you're seeing a lot of black beetles, or maybe you're seeing a lot of beetles in general. So that's a good sign. It's prosperity. And I feel like that's definitely a confirmation for just how much you guys have put in the past. I feel like you guys have put in a lot of work in the past. And to overcome the fact that maybe things didn't work out for you in the past, maybe things didn't come together for you in the past, and it's like now you have to let that idea go, because I feel like you're starting something new, and you've repressed your birthright, and your birthright is to be abundant by nature. You know, and that's in all things, in spiritual nature, and in prosperity, and in wealth, and in happiness and fulfillment. That's in all things. And I feel like you guys have repressed this because you guys have spent a lifetime trying and seemingly failing. And failure is a part of the journey. You know, failure is a part of what we experience as we go on. And so, honestly, you guys are in a beautiful place. But the shadow aspect right now is the repression and not feeling good enough. So what is it? I feel like right now what's coming out, what is this crap, is that you guys truly are seeing your own worth. Let me get another card for this, because it's just interesting how positive the reading is, and then how this is all about like what is going on. Yeah. They just gave me the same card that I had on here. The Page of Coins in the reverse, and it's on here, guys, like the Page of Coins in reverse coming out twice. Same card. So yeah, they're just talking about that maybe you guys didn't have a plan before, and maybe you guys just jumped in head first to do something, and you had a lot of options, and you wanted to be, you know, financially set and have a lot of wealth around you, and it was just really hard because I feel like maybe there's interference by family and friends, and that's the shadow side of it. It's like you're repressing the fact that you guys have put in a lot of work. I think that's the thing here. It's like you guys have put in a lot of work, and you've learned a lot, and you've had a lot of experience, but you've had so many people or situations around you that have made you feel like you're a failure. I'm so sorry, Pile 3. I'm really, truly sorry that that's been happening to you and around you, because you have done a lot, and you have so much coming towards you, right? And yet you're like almost afraid of your own success. I feel like it's almost like if I become successful, that means I proved everybody wrong, but equally so, it means that you might actually have to leave some people behind that you didn't really think you would ever leave behind. And I think that that's what's so scary here, right? So what is your role? Why is this happening? Well, your role in this is because of fear. We have anxiety and fear coming out here, a sense of wanting to control the situation. Honestly, you guys, yeah. A fear of commitment to yourself. And afraid of what others will think of you. How others perceive you. Yeah. Afraid of how others are going to see what it is that you're doing. So maybe you guys are on the spiritual journey. This feels like a very spiritual pile by nature, but if you guys aren't, don't worry about it. It just means that whatever you guys are doing is as oddball as the spiritual journey. So you guys might be like, that's some hooey, like whatever that is, that voodoo crap. I don't do that, you know, that's fine. It's not, I'm not saying you guys do, that's fine. It's what I'm saying is that whatever it is that you guys have chosen to pursue is different than what most people do. Like maybe it's art, maybe it's music. It's something that normal people don't just go after, or normal people dream of, but they never actually make it into a reality. And you've been fighting so hard to make it into a reality that people have judged you. And I think people have judged you for how committed you are on it, and they want you to not be so committed to it. And your role in this is trying to control your anxiety when it comes to this, rather than facing your anxiety and letting yourself feel it so that you can realize just how strong you are. You guys do not give yourselves enough credit. You don't give yourself enough credit. You guys, there's something inside here that makes you guys listen to what everybody says you are. It's like almost like that's the gospel. It's like, oh, well, Peter is a failure, and so you feel like you're a failure. And they're like, oh, Priscilla is, you know, crazy or insane, and she doesn't know what she's talking about. She just wants everybody to think that she is. And so you've got this feeling of like, why me? Who am I? And that's what Source is trying to point out here. Whether you believe in Source or not, it's fine. It's just, that's how I do my readings. Again, it's like Source is saying, you're a magnificent individual. You have so much to offer. Not just yourself, the people around you, but the world. You could really impact people in a beautiful way, and they want you to expand. They want you to be fulfilled. You know, we have the Three of Cups here, which is a card for expansion. It could be that you guys, some of you guys are pregnant. Not everybody is pregnant, okay? Like, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, she said we're pregnant, this isn't my reading. No, it just means that what's about to happen is you guys are about to birth something that emotionally fulfills you. And that's why they're saying it's an expansion of emotional fulfillment, you know. But first, you have to let go of the past. Like, you have to leave behind what no longer is serving you. You have to transform yourself. You know, we have the Nameless card coming out in the number 13, which in the Rider-Waite Tarot is the Death card, right? And so in mine, it's the Nameless card, or number 13. And right now it's like overcoming, this is, I feel like, overcoming neglect or emotional put down that you've dealt with in your family, but that your family's dealt with in your family because of the work that they put through. I don't think that you're the first one to go out on a limb here. I think that you're the first one that's just truly put the effort towards it. Like, I'm not going to give up. And there's a lot of people who are barking things in your ear, and it's really feeding into your anxiety. And that's the part that you're playing in this, is like letting what people are saying about you, or what people could potentially say about you, you're letting that determine the actions that you take rather than being yourself. And it doesn't matter what a person says about you. It really doesn't. At the end of the day, you have to be strong, and you have to realize that you're worthy of what you're asking for, regardless if your parents see it, or regardless if your spouse sees it, or regardless if your best friends see it. It doesn't matter. It's not for them to see. If it was for them to see, they would be the ones that are on your journey, but they're not, because it's your journey, right? It's yours to figure out. Theirs is different. Okay? So how not to lose it in this situation is by offering love. This sounds so weird, but you guys have such a beautiful reading. Like, it's like so beautiful. It's like, it might feel like whatever you're going through is so, it's hard. You can't handle it. But honestly, you guys have come so far on your own journey, on your own path, that you're in a place now where you can offer kindness, love, and sincere compassion to others. And that's what they're saying. Like, how do you not lose it? By offering love, just being kind and compassionate. I feel like being yourself, letting go of the fear and being yourself. May I please get a clarifying card for this? Yeah, being confident, courageous, committed to yourself. Offering yourself love too is a very important thing here. But being courageous in the fact that, you know what I want to do is what I want to do, whether you understand it or not, that's okay. You know, most people, this is a beautiful thing to remember. Yeah, there are people who are trying to control the outcome here. And they're trying to make you see things from their limited view. And it's because they're afraid. They're afraid of what could potentially happen if you become successful, but they're just saying to keep being even-headed in your journey. And that's the thing. It's like, if this is family or friends that are really bothering you guys, or like telling you can't do this, like, you have to understand, sometimes it is because of jealousy. Yes, sometimes it is. Most times, though, it's because they want us to do well. But the idea that everybody has for us in doing well, it suits their belief and not ours. And can you come from a place of understanding that, oh, well, if it's what you think is successful for me and I don't believe that it is, but it's my journey, can we just agree to disagree? It's not about trying to convince them of what you're doing, and it's not about showing them that they're wrong and you're right. It's not about that. It's just about coming into this compassionate place and being confident with what journey you have chosen to take. Right? I've chosen to take this journey. Can we just agree to disagree and know that it's mine to be successful, or it's mine to fail? It's mine to do with what I'm going to do with it. And I understand you want to see me do well. I do, but it's not up to anybody else to determine what actions I take in my life, and that's just a part of living. You know, it's not your choice to make your mom do something. It's not your choice to make your dad do something. It's not your choice to make your friends do something, or your grandparents do something, or your boss, or anybody, right? You guys have had an idea, and you guys are doing something that is very unique and unorthodox, and nobody understands it. And I could say, you know, maybe there was a mistake in sharing it, but is it really? No. The reason you shared it, okay, the reason that you shared it was so that you guys could set this trigger, and in this trigger you guys get to learn the lesson of becoming confident with the decisions that you're making. That's the truth here. And there are people who are trying to control what you're doing. There are people who are being very brutal and honest, and they're not honest. They're being manipulative and dishonest to you. It's like they're projecting their fears on you because they want to make you unstable. They want to make you insecure. They want to make you guys fall back and go back to doing whatever it was that you were doing before, because it's like somebody that's hoarding power over you, and understanding here for you that they don't actually have power over you. And that's the thing. This person knows that they don't have power over you. It's just that they're so used to you becoming fearful and anxious when they act a certain way that they keep doing that because you've shown that to them before. And so the closer you get to success, the more you shine and the higher you vibrate. And as you vibrate higher, it's like this person is going above and beyond, out of their way to try to make you fall from grace. It's like they're trying to make you fall from the ideas that you had. They want you to see things the way that they see things, and you already have seen things that way, and it didn't work for you because they're conceited and they have a limited view, and they don't see things, they don't see the whole picture. But you're coming from a place of emotional health and emotional stability. Excuse me. And that's the beautiful thing here. Like, honestly, we have 3 kings coming out together, guys, and a queen of coins. So we have the king of wands, the king of swords, the king of cups, and the queen of coins. Like, you guys are coming into a period because of what you've chosen to do. Not only are you emotionally sound, you guys are intelligent, and you guys know how to say things in a very wise way. And I feel like that plays on this person's fear, because this person, there is some jealousy coming through. Like I said, it's not always jealous, but this person is showing some jealousy here. But it's not because of you. It's because they don't know how to get to where you're going, and they don't understand and see things the way that you do. Even if you've tried to show them, it's like they cannot comprehend what it is that you're doing. And so they feel like everything has come easy to you when it hasn't. And equally so, you guys are coming up into a momentous time where you're going to be super independent and capable of taking care of things for yourself. Yeah, Circe is promising you great wealth with the Ace of Coins here. Circe is promising you great wealth here, and I think that this person is aware of that. And they're scared because when you guys become successful, what's going to happen to them? And this could be a father figure. Definitely have some father energy coming through here. Someone that you see as a father figure, paternal by nature. But they're so afraid of the future that they want to keep you in a state of feeling small. They want to keep you in a state of repression. They want to keep you in this place of where they can control you, and that you have to do what they say. And they're realizing that the more that they try to control you, the more that you're gaining confidence in yourself, and the more that you're gaining the ability to do what's right for you. But again, your role in this is your anxiety in regards to your commitment to yourself, regardless of what another person says. And I feel like this person's very manipulative in the way that they approach you. I get this energy that they are, it's like they do it undercover. The undercover manipulator. Like they say things that are like, they encourage you, but then they say these things that like cut you down at the knee. And that's just how this person rolls. That's just how they are. There's nothing you can do to change that. They're always going to be like that, okay? So, to call you out on your shit. This is interesting. Let me get a clarifying card. I mean, I kind of see where they want to go with this. I just want to clarify and see. Just make sure. May I please clarify this card? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand now. You guys have such a beautiful heart. Like, you guys have such a wonderful heart. Like, you guys are loving and giving. And the thing is that you want to have a friendship. That's what they're calling you out on. Like, you want to have a solid friendship, foundation, situationship with this person. Whether it could be, again, if it's a father figure, you just want... You want a father-child relationship that you've seen maybe on TV or maybe with other people. Like, you want that. And the thing is that this person, they don't want to work on that. They don't want that. They don't want to have that. They don't want anything like that. They would rather be in a place of stagnation and upset, and they want you to be in the same place that they are, because misery loves company. Okay, and so they want you guys to be in a state of failure because they think they're failures. So to see you fail would make them feel better. And so Circe is calling you out on that you guys want a friendship so badly with this person. Again, when I say friendship, it's just that connection. You want this connection so badly. It's like, we've been through so much. Why can't we just have this solid connection? And it's all because you guys are this beautiful, beautiful energy. Like, you guys have... You overcome negativity. You're positive. You're optimistic. You have so much love to give. And you also know when to draw the line. But with this person, you don't necessarily know when to draw the line. But you guys work really hard at the things that you have. But that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid to transform. You're afraid to cut out this person who's so very cruel and cold to you at times. And it all comes down to the stability. So I feel like this person helps you guys out financially in some way, shape, or form. Or they have, and it feels like you're obligated to them in some way, shape, or form. And you're not. Like, that was put in place long before you were ever born as is like basically clearing karma. It's like this person promised before we were all born that they would take care of you when the time came, so that you guys could clear the family karma. You guys, again, a very spiritual pile that I have here. Very spiritual by nature. And it's like, if you guys don't realize that yet, you're about to. You're about to come into a spiritual awakening. You guys are about to become fully self-aware of where you're at. And I have every faith in you guys that you'll do what is necessary and move forward with what is necessary on the journey. This person's very, very much trying to control you, though. Like, they controlled your past, and now they're trying to control your future, and you're in this energy of where you're not being controlled very easily, like what they're used to, but they're trying every one of their tricks in the book to get you to basically bow down to them. And it's not working, right? It's not working on you, but it is still feeding the anxiety and the nervousness, and you're trying to control the situation. So the shadow side of this, right? The shit shadow is what they call it. It's a spiritual awakening. This is what's been covered for you, is the growth, the spiritual growth, there's a choice to be made here. It's like you can either move to your future or you could stay stuck in your past. But you're finding balance here. You're finding a newfound... So I heard newfound glory. That's what I heard. Can you please get a clarifying card for this? But you guys have an opportunity to let go of the hurt and the heartbreak and the jealousy from the past, because I feel like it has affected you for a long time. And move forward in truth and finding the silver lining that this taught you a very valuable lesson, because you guys are being guided. And you know, like, that's the thing, like, for those of you that chose pile 3, you guys have such... I'm just so glad to be able to connect with you guys, like, truly. Because you guys know. You know. And the thing is that you've been guided, and it's like you guys know that you're being guided away, but it's been really hard for you guys because, again, we have upset and fear of failure is coming through here again. It's like, but I don't think you're afraid to fail when it comes to your money. Like, that's not... I feel like you're afraid to fail when it comes to your connections. When it comes to your relationships, yep, that's exactly what it is. When it comes to your relationships, you're afraid to fail, because you're so rooted in being connected. You guys could very well have water very dominant in your guys' birth chart. Yeah, we're getting repeat messages now. Okay. Yeah, you guys are so afraid of failing. It's like you guys know you have the ability to be stable on your own, and yet you're afraid of letting go of what's been cold, because it's like that's what you're so used to. I know I said I'm getting repeat messages. I just want one more because I feel like, whoa, okay. Yeah. So they're saying it is family. And it is a connection, like you guys want to have a connection with them like you would with a family member. Like, but the problem is this person, whoever they are, they interfere in your life. Like, this person is interfering in your life constantly. And it's very karmic by nature, and this is something that you need to rise above. And it's affecting your business. It's affecting your ability to make money. It's affecting you where you're at. And it has to do with the way it makes you feel. Like, for as much energy as you guys put into this connection, it makes you feel a certain way. And this person, they're immature when they come to you. Like, they're immature in the love that they offer you, and that's the perspective that you need to see it from. You just need to see that this person is not capable of giving you guys the love that you desire. They never have been. It's like this person's coming from a wounded self, and they want you guys to keep coming from a wounded self, because I feel like maybe at one point you guys had them on a pedestal. Yeah. So I'm hearing that song, Take a Chance on Me. First time around. Is that ABBA? I don't know. That's what I was hearing, that song, Take a Chance on Me. Maybe you guys want to look up the lyrics to that. Yeah, okay. So this time it's for you guys to take the journey. To not be afraid to take... So you guys have been inspired to do something, whether you have recently, prior, or are going to be inspired to do something. You guys are going to be inspired to do something new. Because, so, as weird as this sounds, this person keeps tabs on you, and this is going to be the way that they've like laid their cards on the table. This person's laid all their cards on the table, and they've shown you who they are, but you still have some tricks up your sleeve, and that's the thing, that they're expecting you to be the one that lays down your hand and not show them the truth, but you're still holding your cards. And that's what Circe is saying, like, whatever journey it is that they want you guys to take, it's like, maybe you guys have taken it time and time again, but there's something that you've been inspired to do that nobody knows about, and they want you guys to continue forward on that, because as you guys continue forward on it, like, this person is going to start revealing their true colors to you. It's like they're not going to be able to keep tabs on you anymore, and that's going to make them feel bad about it. And in turn, what's going to end up happening is you guys are going to balance out your energy. You're going to balance out the love in your life. And I think you guys are actually going to invite in a love match. We have the King and Queen of Cups coming out together here. right? I feel like you guys are going to bring in a love match because of this. So this is, if this is a father figure, this could actually be what's been preventing you from having love in your life. But this is going to bring in that emotional clarity, that emotional balance. Again, like I said, there's definitely high aspect of water here. So you could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You don't have to be, but you could have that highly aspect in your chart or have it in your Venus. It's just interesting because this is saying that there's somebody from your past that's going to see you and come through, and they're gonna love you, and they're gonna be a match for you. This is gonna be a match for you. And it's like, but you first have to let go of the heartbreak. Yeah, you have to let go of the heartbreak, let go of the hurt of feeling lost and left out, and somebody who's controlling you. Like, there's a person that's trying to control what you're doing. And you just have to let go of it. You have to let it be. You have to be stronger than this person, because you are already. This person knows it, but this person doesn't want you to know it. They don't want you to see that. Because if you see it, then it means that they've lost. But what are they losing, really? They're losing their punching bag, their emotional punching bag. I mean, come on. Like that. I'm sorry, like, it's not right or wrong. It's just, honestly, guys, like, at the end of the day, it's like you're an emotional punching bag for this person. They like that. They like being able to beat up on you emotionally. They like putting you in a cage. They like that. And it's time for you to celebrate. Like, Source is asking you, it's time for you to celebrate. Look at the beautiful messages coming in your reading. Like, absolutely gorgeous. We have love and compassion. I love this. This is all about self-love, showing yourself unconditional love, self-acceptance, unconditional self-acceptance, self-love, everything that you guys need to do in this time. And you need to celebrate, because this is about you guys finding your footing in this world. It's not that you guys aren't doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, but there's somebody in your energy field that is holding you back because you feel obligated to them, and you're not. You're not obligated to this person. You're not obligated to give them anything. They're interfering because they're afraid of your success, and that's making you afraid of your success. It's not even your energy. Okay, they want that one? No, not that one. House 4. Cultural and family roots. I cannot make this stuff up. Home, peace, and comfort. Come on, guys. I cannot make this up. Like, I can't. This is crazy. So yeah, this is definitely home roots coming through. You're healing home roots, and I feel like this is kind of like that last little stint on your journey before Source really blesses you, like, in a way that you've just been hoping and praying for a long time. It's not like, I don't feel like you ever feel like you were blessed. I feel like you do feel blessed. I feel like you're very grateful for where you're at on your journey. But there's something that you've been asking for a long time, and I feel like that's financial stability so that you can take care of yourself. Because, you know, again, with this, we have 8 of Coins coming out here, and I feel like it's definitely connected to that financial stability for yourself. You've worked really hard. You've done something. You just want to show that you can do it. You want to prove to yourself, too, that you can do it. But it's like this person has been hoarding over you, that they've had to take care of you for so long. So we have Leo energy coming out. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. You guys are definitely very creative individuals. It's time for you guys to be super confident. We talked about that earlier, this love and compassion that you give. And I love that love, compassion came out with Leo, because that talks about exactly what we talked about earlier in the reading. When you guys give this compassion, this love to this person, it's not about being there for their every beck and call. It's literally about you guys just being kind and compassionate. Hey, you know what? I'm not in the mood to do that today. I've really got other things I got to take care of, right? Then you guys are going to find some self-confidence, and you're going to become loyal to yourself, and that's going to be like a burst of creativity for you. We also have Scorpio energy coming out on the bottom. Intensity, exposing, purging, and renewal, which is that transformative energy here. Scorpio is all about diving into the depths, the stuff that's ugly, that nobody wants to deal with, that nobody wants to see. And, you know, you guys have definitely done a lot of that. And I feel like this is just kind of like that last thing. It's just holding on. Work. What did I say? Like, you guys have been working so hard. We have Beaver work 27. Yeah. This is like, you guys are building an empire. Like, if you look, there's this castle back here in the background, right? Let's see if I can get it on there. Yeah, there. See right there? There's this beautiful castle. It's like you guys are building an empire for yourself. And, this person knows that, and they're kind of afraid of that. Yeah, you guys are leaders. We have leadership elephant, number 10. You guys are on your path of purpose. You guys are doing what you're meant to be doing. You guys are going to lead the collective into a beautiful place. And it doesn't necessarily mean fame and fortune. What it means is that you guys are going to impact so many people in such a way, which, connecting with your energy, like, I'm so glad you guys were the last pile. Like, I don't mean to say anything mean about this, but it's like you guys have such a beautiful energy, like so different from the other 2 piles. The other 2 piles were very heavy information coming through, very like upsetting information, and yours is upsetting too. And I don't want it to seem like it's not as bad as theirs, because it is. It's different. It's just a different level. Like, you guys are just kind of on that precipice of walking over the edge and getting what you want. Okay. That one too. Affected by children. So I feel like this is just that confirmation that you could be a child in this, or maybe they're your child, right? Like, it could be that way too. Like, maybe you're the parental figure in the situation. But there's definitely that children energy coming through here. It says, you inspire me to become a better me. So at the turn of things, regardless of how they treat you, like, you're still inspiring them. And the more that you focus on yourself, the more it's going to inspire them to take a look at where they're at on their journey too. We've never let you journey alone. We stand for, fight for, and guide you the whole way. Love your ancestors. Beautiful. It says you've given up because of perceived defeat. Yeah, and that's energy that's definitely coming through. Like, you guys have just wanted to throw in the towel. It's like you don't feel like you're ever going to be successful, because it's like, oh, this is just what everything else that's happened. We have secret lover behind closed doors. So this could be privy to why this person's treating you this way. I'm not saying you have a secret lover. I'm saying, like, if this is a family member, they're harboring secrets, and because of that, it's making them feel really gross and dirty and bad. And so because of that, they're like taking it out on you. You guys definitely see mirroring numbers a lot. And I feel like 3434, 333, you guys definitely see a lot of mirroring numbers. 1212, I heard. 1010. Okay, let's see what came out here. Drink from the emerald fountain. And then on the bottom we have spin the silken thread divine. This just talks about creating the life that you want, with number 20, or excuse me, number 30, which is, again, 3s coming out. So I feel like 3s are definitely very popular in your life. 3 is just a number of creation, right? Like, 3 is all about creation. It is also about being led by the divine. Your angels are with you always. We have 7, which is the number of luck. And when it's in the reverse, it's about luck will come when you change what it is that you're doing, okay? So, the divine feminine is encouraging of the awakening and empowerment of all living beings. When a sincere seeker is trying to find the way through, there is much help sent. It makes sense to be open to receive it, indeed to step forward and drink from the emerald fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and the love of Divine Mother flowing to you now. There's nothing to be gained in making life more difficult than it needs to be, other than unnecessary stress and perhaps the learning that isn't as much fun this way. At this time, you're going through a time of important spiritual growth. Didn't I say that? Like, that's this whole reading has been about spiritual growth that you're experiencing, pile 3. I love this. Your higher self has set a spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion, to benefit from synchronicities, and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and is calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. When you allow yourself to be helped, great reserves of support become available to you. Your soul is strengthened and nourished by the loving heart of the Divine Mother. As it is filled with love from the emerald fountain, it can flow through you and you feel happier, more balanced, content, and peaceful. The more you allow yourself to be assisted, the more you will feel detached and trusting. You will find fewer problems actually arise for you, and when they do, you might be surprised at just how swiftly they are resolved, and sometimes with only a little amount of effort on your part. This is the benefit of allowing divine forces greater than us individually to nourish and support us. We allow the loving power much greater than our individual consciousness to do the heavy lifting, and our soul path unfolds more joyfully, more quickly. It is a doing without doing. Beautiful. That's excellent, guys. Like, you guys are coming into a beautiful place in your journey. I mean, really, it's like now is the time to really trust. It's like letting go of that energy of saying, oh, this is the way things are, this is the way things happen. It's like, no, you still have a hand of cards on the table that are worth playing. You got aces up your sleeve, baby, and the reason you got aces up your sleeve is because the divine support put them there. Your angels, your guide, source, whatever you believe in, your higher self, it doesn't matter, right? It's like it could even be your intuition. It's just you guys know, and you know that you're going to be okay, and you guys have this beautiful thing set before you. So I want to get some cards these are my emotional clarifying deck, and they're just kind of some emotions that you might experience along the way. Okay? Boredom. Like, maybe it feels boring now. Like, I feel like you guys are putting more time and space for yourself, but it's almost like you don't know what to do with it because you've been so used to working so hard and being so busy. And I feel like you guys just are kind of like, wow, I'm really bored. And it's like, fill that boredom with self-love and focusing on yourself, right? Determined, yes. You guys are determined to get to wherever it is that you're going, and that is such a beautiful thing. Like, seriously, I'm so love that. Curious, yeah. Stay curious on your journey. Stay curious to the things that are coming to you, and curious to the situation too, regardless if you understand it or you don't. That's fine. It's like you guys have to remember that it's just staying open and being willing to receive and understand the synchronicities and never give up on your dreams. Like, you guys definitely have a dream, and I think that's what really makes this person so upset. We have disgust. Some of you guys are disgusted by the way that this person has treated you, and that's not without reason. Like, you guys definitely have a reason to feel that way. Just understanding that if you stay in that energy of disgust, that's a lower vibrational energy. Okay? And that is not something that, that will actually deter you from your path. It'll make you take the long way around. So just remember that this person, they're going to act the way that they're going to act regardless of where you're at on your journey. There's nothing you can say, do, or present to them that is going to make them see it any different way, because this person is determined to live the life that they're living the way that they live it. And that's it. So just remember, stay in that curious energy, stay determined, and stay focused on yourself, because that is where you want to be. You guys are going to achieve this beautiful leadership. You guys are going to lead others to happiness because you found your own happiness, and you found it through struggles. And you're going to, I feel like you guys are going to help people overcome family situations, Our family roots oftentimes are the things that keep us from being who we're meant to be, because again, this is all come out that this is a family situation. This is somebody in your family that's treating you this way. And, it's even if it's not, it's somebody that you consider close like family. It could be as simple as a friend. And because of that, it's like created a situation where you don't feel like you're good enough. And that's so far from the truth. You guys are so close to getting what you want. And so the shit show that's happening in your life right now, it may not feel that harsh. It may not feel that bad, but in some way, shape, or form, there is a depression that's coming through with it because it is overwhelming. And it's like, why can't they just see me for me? They don't have to see you for you. If you need someone to see you for you, baby, I see you. You're an amazing individual. Get up and do you, because you deserve to shine in this world, and the world needs you. They need your light. Okay? I love you, Pile 3. I'm sending you guys out prayers of hope and encouragement and just inspiration, and just be yourself, because that's what the world needs, is more people who aren't afraid to be who they are authentically. Okay? Please hit that thumbs up button if this resonated with you. You guys are more than welcome to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does come live. And until we see each other again, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!